EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. At their own 29-yard line. Here's a six-year man, Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Brissett. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. What a matchup here for our first game of 20. And this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now, both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. The Rams were able to raise the Super Bowl 56 banner before the game. Of course, they beat Cincinnati on this very field back in February to win that Lombardi Trophy. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. On the return, Johnson. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball is right in his hands, you just sort of go and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Fields throw here taken in by Ingram. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Hey, let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams are going offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Brissett's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Austin Eckler, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gold able to tackle on the extra point. And they'll make the score 14-0. Zone comes Johnson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He did his best to just get 4 onto that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there, a great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll run for it with Eckler. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off, and the Bills are going to get the football back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Fields. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Brings up 3rd and 3. Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Hey, kill.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way you can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Danny Johnson. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Brissett to throw on first. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get it down to the plate at the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Gold is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there with a pretty good first half.
The way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. Want to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. We're set on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, he'll spot it at the 49. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 3. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This will be caught. Reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hey,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs going to try the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live and give it up just a yard or two in this situation.
One more time with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This one, no doubt, important for Matt Gay. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gay's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back. Preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. He's got Smith here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stop down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On the give, this is Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. This is a counter play. Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. A handoff, it's Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it. On the screen, this is Eckler. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now Brissett. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Devontae Smith from a yard out. And the Rams this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. I get the conversion. It's when you only have 2 yards to go. What do you think of the toss play? Because initially kind of set you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead and run it.
He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. He'll clock management 101.
On the ground with a tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And one on whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we're the ones who started.
I'm the best, as you know, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best.